Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to LEGO Indiana Jones, the original trilogy. Let's continue the story. Now, every time it saves the game after I click continue story, and then there's no place to really pause, or where you have to hit a button before you get into the next level. So, for me, as a person who is taking long, hour-long breaks or more in between some of these recordings, my game is also for hours sitting at that screen in danger of losing all the progress I've made in the previous level, simply because the game doesn't understand the concept of an autosave, and this game is not that old. This is an interesting thing here because the Lego train tracks don't come apart at all. So you have a Lego piece. Yeah, these Lego tracks, you can buy these, and they connect at specific spots. And there are a few that are special to be curved, and there's a few that are even special to make your own curves. But they don't break apart. Each track is just one track. So the game is doing something that you couldn't do in reality. They're kind of violating the idea of it being Lego at that point. And I'm sure there's other places where this has also been the case. Let's see. So it's kind of interesting that it's kind of interesting that the game... What was I gonna say? Oh man, I've totally forgotten it. Well, moving on to my next thought, this rail cart in particular ride is something that you kind of wanted to see replicated in the Lego Harry Potter games, and it was attempted to be done to replicate it, and they did replicate it, but I don't know if there really was a scene in Harry Potter's movies as the game is locking up as I'm doing this, so I'll take my finger off the button and hope that fixes it. It just feels kind of like it didn't work in the Harry Potter game. I don't know what you could really do with it though. I suppose at the end of the day, like, you can't make an entire game built around the concept of the rail cart race, but it is a major aspect of this movie. It's kind of interesting to, as I'm thinking about these movies, these Indiana Jones movies, just to realize that even if you ignore all the violence and all of the all the innuendo, you still have a problem with the Indiana Jones movies in the fact that they are literally too much talking. Where is that red thing? See, there's a thing over there, which I assume the idea would be to get a little bit of height, and maybe you were supposed to get it on that to get some height. But I'm not sure if they ever sold a set with a minecart this size and shape. It's actually a very large minecart when you consider Notice these things folded in specifically to tell you you've locked it in. So I guess the red brick is right there. And we can't get it until we have a character. And we need all 3 of them. And then it locks down. And then we come up here. And we come up here. And we push this. And it should lock down this thing. And then we jump to a cutscene. And jump to what is the rest of this level, I believe. Interesting thing they've chosen here. So the trick, I suppose, will be to not hit the signal things until you've hit everything else. So don't do what I just did, in other words, because doing those things is not helpful. Every signal you hit is, I think, potentially going to, let's see, we already hit that one. I'm trying to hit these sections up there. That's what I'm trying to hit. And so you see 3 green lights there marking off where we're supposed to. 2. And so just need to get number 3. Seems like the thing even resets. There's another one. So at this point, I think I've done everything, so I can actually just hit these. That's the middle one, which, if this changes the path, you really don't know. I would much prefer this to be twice as long on one track than 2 characters on a separate track. But they just insist on that single player action. And oops, that's not what I meant to do. Let's see. Trying to hit everything. And see, there's now this factor where things are getting switched around. I'm accidentally hitting the wrong things. Let's see, can I get the rest of these? I guess you need everything until everything done until you can clear a path. Darn it. Nothing seems like it's blinking. Man. And switching back and forth here just doesn't feel like the right move. That's 1 of 3. So that's 2 of 3. Let's see, now we're going a different way. And that's 2 of 3. And that little switch there seemed to cause us the right move. There's 3 of 3. Let's see. And I think you need to switch things back. Now everything's back the way it was, so we'll go ahead and try to hit as many of these as possible. We've got 2 more. One more. I may very well miss something here. But I'm hoping that on the next path, the path switches. Okay. So we've got to go one more circle. Anyways. Clearly this would be better if it was just one long thing that only looped a couple times. Now it feels pretty obvious and pretty dull that the idea of, oh, it's really just letting me do whatever I want until I get everything. And then we get to this section and I think this might be the end. Yeah, that's the entire end. They don't even show the dramatic scene. It almost feels like the next level might very well take place 1 second after what we saw there, but no, they just didn't animate the attempting to escape as the water is rushing behind you in the minecart, which is the most dramatic part of that whole scene. Well, that was really short. What more could I have done? I got 8 out of 10 collectibles. Almost certainly the last two would require playing in free play mode. And that was 11 minutes. Wow. Anywho, that's gonna be it for this recording, I guess. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.